Hello everyone and welcome to my mess of a channel. My name is Tay and I'm on a one-woman mission to piss off the entire K-pop community one fandom at a time. Today's victims are stays, as I will be rating Stray Kids title tracks, and as we all know, stays are a completely chill fandom that will let me have an opinion and respect it. Before we get into things, let me first explain the rating system. Pay close attention because I'm only going to explain this once. These are the 5 tiers in order from worst to best. Girl, what the hell is this for songs that miss the mark completely? Absolute garbage. How do I always forget about this one? Pretty self-explanatory. Either I have no feelings about the song one way or another, or I forget about it until someone else mentions it. She's cute but she's not as cute as Lee Felix. The song is fine and I listen to it occasionally, but for the most part, it's just there. Existing. A lot of people would be scared right now. The potential for greatness is there, but there's just one or two things holding it back, but still what I consider a really good song. Your faves are running to the recording studio. This song is bullying your favorite artists into releasing better music. I consider that a win-win for everyone involved. Okay, keep those ratings in mind and let's jump into the fun stuff. Tier 5. Girl, what the hell is this? We have Nothing Bitch You Thought. Tier 4. How do I always forget about this one? District 9. You do not remember this song. Don't lie and say that you do. District 9 isn't bad per se, but it is pretty forgettable, to the point where many stays consider Elevator to be their true debut song. Luckily, Stray Kids starting off with an average song as their debut means their title tracks only went up from Here I Am You, in the rare instance of the remake being better than the original. The ballad version of this song is far superior and makes it obvious that this did not need to be mid-tempo with choreography. Sometimes less is more. I get that right off the heels of a few upbeat songs, especially during their rookie year. The group wanted to play it safe by not releasing a song that was too slow. But if we don't eventually get an official recording of the ballad version, I will get violent at Mr. Christopher Bang. Tier 3. She's cute but she's not as cute as Lee Felix. Thunderous 0 out of 10 simply because Domino should have been the title track and everyone knows it. I'm joking. Coming fresh off comebacks as strong as God's Menu and Backdoor, plus having One Kingdom and being the biggest 4th generation group out there was a lot of pressure for Thunderous to live up to, and while it didn't completely hit the mark, it came pretty damn close. There was an extra wow factor missing, but keeping the intensity at a 9 instead of a 10 was a smart choice because we needed a breather. While I can appreciate what the group did here and I respect the artistic choices made, Stray Kids eras can be divided into 3 distinct groups. There's the rookie era of everything released before Mirror. Then we have the forgotten era between Mirror and Levanta, made of songs that, while known amongst the fandom, or infamous amongst the K-pop community in the case of side effects, are generally overlooked in the grand scheme of K-pop. Then there's the post-God's Menu era, where Stray Kids finally staked claim on their spot as the leaders of the 4th generation. Having that spot means they can take it a little easier with a song like Thunderous and not have to worry about ruining any momentum they'd built up, so I get why this release was on the safer side. I wish I could rank the song better, but fortunately for Stray Kids, they have songs even better than this one and it would be a disservice to give them the same score. My pace. This song was so good upon release but it doesn't hold up as well years later. Other than the catchy na 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 refrain, the rest of the song is forgettable as time goes by, and this is why we don't let JYP anywhere near the boys' discography. Tier 2. A lot of people would be scared right now. Elevator, when a pre-debut song is so good that it makes people think it's a group's actual debut. That's how you know you've got something special on your hands. A group of teenage JYP boys dropping a moody EDM rap song was not on anyone's 2017 K-pop bingo card, and yet we were gifted with this anyway. There's something almost nostalgic about Elevator, and it's not just the fact that the group were actual kids when they released it. Maybe it's because it reminds me of my own angsty teenage days, sharing my insecurities and worries about the future with my friends. But when I hear the song now, I feel transported back to a time that was somehow both simple and the most confusing point of my life. Mirror, this shit is going to bang when Stray Kids finally do an arena tour. It's hands down one of the best EDM songs in K-pop and it never gets old. On paper, it's repetitive almost to a criminal degree. There's only about 6 distinct parts, which is uncommon for most pop songs. Yet, The beat switches keep the song from feeling like we're hearing the same thing over and over again. I will admit, there's nothing that absolutely wows me about the song other than its infectious energy, but with a song like Mirror that's meant for festivals and a rated PG rave at the end of Stray Kids concerts, she does what she set out to do. Levanter, the era being shrouded in controversy, completely overshadowed how great of a song this truly was. Levanter is everything I am you wanted to be and then some. And I'm just going to come out and say it since nobody else will. This is one of the few times the English version of the song is superior. This is sad in Korean, but it's a bittersweet sadness. However, when we switch over to the English version, it's like being emotionally gutted every time. There's no part of the song that doesn't make you feel like you're going through your character development montage in a 2000s teen drama. To this day, Levanter remains their most underrated title track because of the timing of its release and being sandwiched between several high energy comebacks on either side. But it's okay, I'm here to support her no matter what. Tier 1. Your faves are running to the recording studio. Backdoor. Not since Chad Danforth and Ryan Evans gave us their iconic Enemies to Lovers Baseballer. You have the swing and hip hop genres blended so well. There's nothing wrong with typical cute or angsty boy group music. I love the pop ballads and the dark rock inspired songs as much as the next stan, but every now and then, we need a group that thinks outside the box and isn't afraid to try something odd with their genre choices. Backdoor is loud and rambunctious, exploding into a parade of sound by the end. Ironic for a song about a secret party. How you gon' keep this shindig on the low if you got horns blaring every 10 seconds? Foolish self-snitching aside, Stray Kids continue to be an anomaly in K-pop, foregoing usual styles and genres in favor of doing whatever the fuck they want and doing it well. God's Menu. This was the comeback that made me realize K-pop groups don't do concepts anymore. They have a song with a theme and visually give up on matching that theme or doing anything exciting with it. If I get one more comeback described as our concept is sweet girls in love and our concept is boys with broken hearts, I'm going to send every literature teacher I know to South Korea to explain to these companies what a theme is. Your song is about love or getting your heart broken. That's called a theme. That's the main idea. If you can't visualize it, it's not a concept. I'm not sure who already gave Stray Kids that lesson, but I'm so glad they did. If a member describes God's Menu as we're comparing our music to a high-end restaurant and we're your servers, one could automatically create a visual for that restaurant's kitchen staff, serving food, and chefs. Aside from being one of the few active groups who are at least attempting to do unique concepts and follow through with distinct visuals for each era, this song is 2.5 minutes of pure adrenaline. From the opening horns, it does not let up until the final note. And if there's a point where the song slows down, such as the pre-chorus or the super short bridge, the listener doesn't have a lot of time to catch their breath because they can feel the energy winding back up. God's Menu isn't a typical 4th generation song roller coaster that goes round and up and down and backwards and sideways with its structure and instrumental. It takes off like a bullet in a straight path and manages to be the more thrilling of the two options side effects. It's been years and I still do not understand how so many people miss the point of side effects. While I get it's not everyone's musical taste, as extremely experimental songs rarely are, the criticisms of the song are exactly why it works so well. It's supposed to be loud, noisy, headache-inducing. You aren't supposed to want to listen to it. It's supposed to unsettle you and rattle your bones and damn near scare you, because that's what the song is about. Can you imagine if someone heard a love song and said this is a bad song because it makes me want to kiss someone? That's how you all sounded back in 2019 when you criticized side effects. I've said it enough in this video, but I want to drive the point home one more time. Stray Kids are objectively one of the most innovative groups K-pop has ever seen, and it's not because their music is good or because of the members' talent. All of that is subjective to one's own taste and opinion. But regardless of how you feel about the group, you can't deny that we know we're getting something unique with them at every turn. Yes, side effects may fall into the EDM umbrella, but it's dipped in psytrance. Yes, it may be loud and bothersome to the ears, but the chorus is ripped from a medicine commercial. Yes, it makes your head hurt, but it's screaming at you, my head hurts. Stray Kids have artistically been in their own lane for the past few years now, and though they've been receiving consistent praise for their creativity ever since the release of God's Menu, We need to acknowledge that this started with side effects and she took the brunt of the hate and negativity so that the K-pop community could fully appreciate songs like God's Menu and Backdoor when they were released. We love side effects in this house and her sacrifices will be forever honored. And there we have it. I've rated all of Stray Kids' main title tracks, and if you disagree with my opinion, you're wrong. Minho himself just told me this list is valid from top to bottom. That's all for today's video. See you in my next video if the side effects anti-club don't burn my house down before then. XOXO Gossip Girl.